What is good, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today I am on Builds Creative. Yes, BCS is up and running again, and there is a major update, a lot of new stuff, a lot of cool cosmetics and everything, and there's more to come. We're gonna have a website and everything like that. But I know it's been a few weeks on I haven't been on BCS a lot. I've been doing a lot of other stuff, but we're gonna get back into everything, showcases and time lapses and everything like that. But today we are gonna take a look at something new. Now, I am on the contest world, where we will be starting monthly contests again. We've been doing it for a while, actually, on BCS before I had a channel, and it was pretty fun. But today, we're going to take a look at a new contest. It's actually been running for a while now. It's been running for about, a few days, and we still have a few days left. But I am on the contest plot world right now. And as you can see, these plots are very, very small. And that is the challenge. I bet you could guess what the challenge is. But as you can see, these plots are actually the size of one chunk, 16 by 16, and this is the one chunk challenge. Now, I know PMC Planet Minecraft did their own little challenge, and there was actually a lot of people who turned out for that. A lot of really cool entries, but as you can see, there are a lot of really cool entries here. This is BCS's little own competition, and it is a lot of creativity and imagination here. Now, I will be taking a look at some of the plots here. It'll be all of all styles, modern, traditional, medieval maybe. I see some medievals here. But we're going to take a look at some of them. Now, originally, I wanted to show you guys mine today, and I actually had a time-lapse ready for that, but I didn't really like my entry, and I thought it was actually really ugly, so I'm going to restart that and maybe show you guys hopefully tomorrow or maybe the next day. Gotta stay on that, upload schedule, but we're going to take a look at some of them, and we're actually going to go over some details. If you want to join this competition, there's still time left, so we're going to go over that first. Alright, so I'm in the spawn, or like the building that you usually come into this world, and this is where you get the details. I'm in this panel over here, and this is where, you get the details. So there's not really much. It's not really like a big complex competition, just like, like the Apex events that I showed you guys like a week ago. It's a one chunk house, and it lasts for a week. So it ends in like 3 days. So it's started on the 11th, ends on the 18th. Now 3 days, it might be a little late. It started on the 11th, so that was about 4 days ago. But this is one chunk. So if you don't think you have time, it's one chunk. Come on here. It took me about an hour to build my really bad build, but it probably won't take you guys that long to build some of these builds, especially like if it's like a modern build, which takes a little less time. Now you can build any style you want. So, like I said before, you can build medieval, traditional, maybe even modern, and other kind of wacky styles you want. You can build either in default or the BCS texture pack. So take advantage of these like textures over here. As you can see, we got like the window rails and everything like that. Now you can work with a group, so you can collab, or you can just go into solo. Now you have the chunk that you have, the 16 by 16 plots here. You can only have one of them. Now you can build. I was actually talking to somebody that was actually building on a plot around here. You could have multiple entries on a single plot, but in the end you could only choose one of them, which is so you can't go over the plot, which is pretty common sense there, and you only get one plot, like I said before. But that is basically everything that you need to know about the guidelines and everything. Now if you want to join, the command is actually right down there through this wall, just /plot auto, and you get a plot like that. So we're going to take a look at some of the entries today, and you guys tell me which one that you like and which one that you don't. So let's begin. Alright, so first entry, we got a modern house, and this is a really cool modern house. Caught my eye. Really nice design. I'm really liking the whole minimalistic design, especially with these doors. But I really like how these details with the doors open up. That's actually a pretty cool feature on this house, and it also fits really snug into this plot. So this was built by Cole and Classy. Now I was actually talking to Cole about this house. He actually gave me a little description about this house. I said it was a little fun project with Classy, and this is actually a really nice, lovely house here. This is actually a really nice inside too, really nice interior. I'm really liking the vibes that you get from this house. Now one thing I would say is that, these windows, it's pretty thick and you can't really get the light through, but, it's still a pretty nice design from the inside and the outside. I'm going to go upstairs here, take a look at the loft. But yeah, this house basically has everything that you need. Just a very, very small and really nice compact cottage here. But other than that, we're going to move on to other entries. Alright, so moving on to this next plot. I really wasn't positive on reviewing this one. I thought it just didn't look that good. But looking closer, I really thought this is actually a really clever house. This is actually really nice looking. Now, looking closer on this build, there's one thing that I'm sure all of you guys can notice, but this guy is definitely trying to stay within that 16 by 16 plot area. As you can see, this is a very tall modern house, very unique looking. This is truly a design that I've never seen before. But this guy is actually really cramming things in, and he did a really good job actually. So you can see that there's like this, full landscaping here, even with this custom tree here, which is actually really nice looking, really adds to this gray build here, really adds more color, especially with this landscape down here. Very, very diverse down here with a lot of plants, even a creek here. Now I'm gonna take a look down here because I don't think this connects to anything else, but we're gonna walk down here, and this is the storage room. So pretty neat, pretty nice looking, got this cool lighting effect. But we're gonna move on to the main part of this house, which is right over here. As you can see, this thing looks really, really tall. So the ground floor here is just a standard garage you have here, and you got your bike, and that's actually pretty cool, a little kickstand, something like that. I'm gonna walk up here, and this is the first floor. So one thing I would have done probably is put like a guard here, because it's kind of inconvenient just fall down here. As you can see, got some people down there. But this is the kitchen, pretty neat kitchen, pretty simple kitchen. That's actually a pretty cool sink design using the rails. I've never seen that before. A lot of these modern builders find really, really clever ways to make interior. When it comes to interior, I have like no imagination whatsoever. I kind of just use what everyone else uses. But something I really like here, besides the refrigerator, that's pretty nice too, is how this is a pretty clever table design right here. And this is one really good way and one really clever way to save room. So not only you have a little sliding storage area, but you have like this wall that is also like the grate that kind of protects you, that it kind of folds out to become a table. And that's pretty nice modern feature right there. So we're gonna move on up here, and as you can see, there's a lot of really cool window placement too. But this is the living room, and this is oh, those are curtains. Yeah, it's pretty nice curtains. And you got your TV, which is also built into the wall grate here, and some room dividers. So in here we have the shower. That's pretty weird that the only visible part over here of the stairway is the shower. But whatever flows in this house. So yeah, in terms of furniture design, I think I really like it. I think it really works. But we're gonna go over to the penthouse here, which is really, really nice actually. I didn't actually notice this little skylight here. But yeah, this is pretty nice place here. We got this bed, got this little bed over here in the bedroom, and this shelf. And I can still see the conservation of space in this place. But there's a lot of small nuances in this house that I'm seeing as I check out these like little rooms here. Now one thing is, I do urge you guys to come on here because there's probably a lot of stuff that you guys are noticing that I am not noticing at the moment, because I'm kind of rushing through all these houses. We're definitely gonna take a look at some more houses. But as you can see, we're in the penthouse, and this is the balcony. Now I'd love to see this on like a regular world. This is on a plot right now, but I'd really love to see this like on towns maybe, or on the creative world, because this is a pretty cool view, and I'd love to see a better view maybe in like a real world. But other than that, we're going to move on to other competition entries. But really good job, Curry. So we're moving on. Alright, so sticking with the whole narrow conservation of space here, we're going to take a look at this entry. Now I saw this, and this is actually really, really cool. Now I'm not only I'm seeing the front of this, but like the whole entire build here is pretty neat. And we're going to take a look at this, on every angle. But this is built by actually a builder, Severe Camp. This is his tiny house. Not so tiny, it's more tall. But Severe Camp is a builder, and he's a pretty good builder. I actually reviewed one of his houses. I think it was one of the first houses that I reviewed on BCS that wasn't my build. But as you can see, he's got a full landscaping here, and he's got his own tree. And these builders are really good at landscaping. That's another thing that I'm not really good at. So landscaping and interior, these guys got it. But as you can see, he's got the whole natural landscape here. Even got this little kind of stone area. Really digs into the building. I'm really liking it. And as you can see, It goes all the way down here. And Sphere's gone really far with the detail here. You don't really notice these things. People don't really build these kind of details, but as you can see, everything's all close up. But here you got the garage. I don't think there's anything in there. There might be, but you can see the front here, and this is really, really tall, really narrow. But normally it doesn't work for me. I don't really like these kind of narrow houses. But this is why I was skeptical about reviewing some of these, like that one over there. But this one really nice, and it really works. Kind of reminds me of like a lumber mill, kind of gives off that vibe. But we're gonna go inside and take a look at more of this house. So you walk up the stairs, and I thought the entrance was over here, but I'm assuming this is the entrance right in the back. So we're gonna go inside, and as you can see, this place is really, really conserving space here, really, really tight, but it really works. Every single block is of use, but you could use anything here. So here we have the kitchen. It's a pretty tight spot, but really nice, really cool design. I'm gonna move up here, and this is the living room. So you got this is the living room in the loft. Okay, pretty tight loft, but it does work, and it is nice. And down here you got more living space. But yeah, this house is just uses every single block it can, and that's pretty much how Severe Camp did this. Pretty nice. I think you just escaped from the roof. Okay, never mind, that's a solid roof. But really good job, Severe Camp. I really like this house. Pretty neat. And I think we're going to move on to some more houses. Alright, so we're going to take a look at one last plot before I end this video. And this plot is actually pretty cool. It's not really a house, but I thought that it deserved a spot on this review. Now, one thing is, there are a lot more plots I want to actually review, especially this one over here. But they're all work in progresses, so I might make another video later on this week. Another thing I forgot to mention is that I will be judging these. Now, don't quote me on that. I'm not sure yet. I'm pretty sure I will be judging them because Builds wants me in on this, especially with a lot of other people like Merwin and Arvad. But he's not really sure who he wants to pick. But he says he wants me in, so we're gonna take a look at that. We're gonna see how that works out later. Now, if I am judging it, of course I will not be able to participate, but I still will be making a build just for the fun of it. It is only a chunk. We're gonna take a look at this and see how this plot is. Alright, so I'm gonna look at this cave because I'm pretty sure this has a lot of stuff inside. So you can see a pretty nice mine. But what I really like about this plot is just there's so much detail here, just crammed into one plot, and that's just what I like about it. You got this whole ring around cave, and it just goes into the cavern and down below. I really like that, and it looks pretty nice. This guy probably spent a long time doing this, but as you can see, it just comes up from up here to down there. I also like this little crane here. I guess this could be a little house if you consider it like that. But yeah, this crane just adds some more detail to the plot, and I really like it. I'm going to consider this medieval. I don't know, kind of reminds me of medieval. Could be something else, but I really like it. And the vegetation too, the landscaping is just really nice, and this place is just pure landscaping, and I really like it. Here you got some, I think these are stones. Maybe this guy built in default, I'm not sure. I think this is per default. Let me take a look. This is per stairs, yeah. So yeah, these are just black blocks. Not sure what those are for, but one thing I really like is this place just has a really nice sort of atmosphere when you walk into the plot. I'd love to see more of this guy. It's a shame that this was 16 by 16, but when it comes to landscaping, this guy's got it. This guy's the winner on that. But other than that, that is basically this really nice plot. So I didn't actually see who built this first of all. We go find the owner. Karomat Tsutsan. I'm not gonna pronounce that again. Don't want to butcher that. But really good job on this plot. Really like it. So that is basically all of our entries for today. Alright guys, that was basically all of the entries. I hope you guys liked all of them. You guys tell me which one the best was or the worst was. I think I liked them all. I really like them. Especially, all the modern houses. Very creative. Now, I will showcase more of these later in the future because a lot of them are work in progress. And I can see a lot of hard work being done at this moment. So, I'll show you guys more later. I really wanted to get to some of them, especially this one over here. Really nice trad house. But we're going to get to that later in the week. And I'll also be judging a lot of them along with my a lot of other my friends. So we'll check on that later. Now, as you can see over there is actually my plot, and you can't really see much because it's on the corner over there. But that's my time lapse plot over there. So I'll be doing my time lapse later and showcasing, of course. I haven't actually figured out what to do yet because my last idea was actually really bad. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys later.